Very good evening, everyone. First of all, I thanks and congratulate all of you for deciding to spend time with us. I think we'll be spending approximately 1 hour plus or maybe 1.5 hour approximate time. I think you all are decided to delegate your time to learn today something which is very much basic requirement for each one of the accounting or taxation people, right? So my introduction is being done. I would like to give you a brief about our company details as well. So you can see the name is Fincurious and something interesting also waiting for you today. So you can see on my table backside from this side, that is virtual screen for your information, Finci Lab. So I feel by the end of this session, if you are there with me till the end of this session, right, you'll get a lot of surprises, okay? And which is a very interesting platform which Fincurious has built. And also learning wise, something is guaranteed for you today. So you will be learning very basics of GST as well as very advanced level of GST in terms of accountant taxation field is concerned. As I mentioned earlier, again, I'm repeating, this is the most requirement of today's world, right? GST return filing. Anywhere you go for the interview, they will ask for the GST return filing, right? So let me start with introducing the company, Fincurious. The Fincurious word came from the two words, basically, finance and curiosity. So if someone is interested and curious to know about finance, this is the right platform for you. You can learn finance unlimited, right? From basic level to end level, core accounting, taxation, labor law, reporting, accounting, everything you'll be able to learn. This is the platform we are building. So currently, we have our learning centers across India. We have centers, 100 plus centers across India. Also, we are offering courses through online as well. And I feel in this session, we also have certain students, the old students, which they have learned with us. And first of all, I thank all of them, each of them, because they are the ones supported us in the initial stage. And I request all the students to be a part of this session because we have built something interesting and very useful tool which we wanted to present in front of you as well. All the other audience, welcome you as well. Let me start with this session. So I think there is some connection issue. Is my voice is clear or not? Can anyone else confirm?
Yes, sir. Your voice is clear.
Clear, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. So, guys, let us make it very interactive session. Are you ready? Can you please switch on your video, everyone? I could see hardly few faces. So it's a learning. So if I see your face, right, it can be interactive. Otherwise, it will be like I will get bored really. So I want each one of to respond. There are some interesting questionnaires also and polls also in between. You should be ready to answer, right? So if you're really comfortable, please switch on your video. Okay. So one more note in between. If you have any questions, right, this session will go on, right? So in between, if you have any question, you can please open a chat box and post your message. So our team, expert team member will be handling your chat box. We have our team members waiting for your questions as well. It might be relating to content or it might be relating to the course as well. You can ask any question. Okay, let's learn GST. Everyone ready? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Thumbs up, please. If you are ready, please post a thumbs up. Yes, thank you so much for the response. So what is GST? GST, generally I get a answer full form, goods and services tax, right? So that's just a full form. So now I want a promise from all of you. After this session, you could tell more about GST. Let me share the screen and show you our website. And using the tool Finci Lab, I'm going to be teaching you today, right? Hope everyone can see my screen. So fincurious.com, and this is our website front page. And on the right hand side, you can see there is a button called Lab. So this is what is the lab which we have built. Basically, lab is something which is virtual lab which we have built, which works like a real lab only, right? We are going to see that today. So this is the lab. So GST computation return filing, we are going to learn today GST using our lab. Okay, let's first learn the GST basics. So there are certain guide is here. So to guide us how exactly we should use the lab, right? So first, let me go to a first section, section 1, GST basics. Introduction. So what is GST? So GST is basically a goods and services tax. So which anyone, I think so many of you might be knowing, this is a part of the indirect tax. There are two types of tax in India, right? Direct tax as well as indirect tax. So in the direct tax, income tax will be charged to the people, and it's a tax on person. And in case of indirect tax, which will be on the goods or the services. So basically now after 2017, you'll not be able to see so many taxes. Otherwise, earlier there are a lot of complications. So there are so many other laws were there. Clubbing together, government has released one law which is called GST. So under GST, so there are state-related components as well as the central-related component. So we have two government, right? One is at the state level. If you are representing from Karnataka, we have a Karnataka state government, as well as the central level, we have a central government. So both the component will be there, and these two taxes are levied by both the government. So that we are going to understand very detail in the throughout this session. Okay. So what are the laws which were earlier there and which is submerged with the GST? Anyone know this? So earlier we had so many laws, right? Now it is only GST. Any idea what are the laws was merged with GST and it has become GST now? Any idea? Okay. So if you know, you can just post your message. Yeah, excise duty. Next, any answers? Anybody can participate, guys. I wanted to make it very interactive through our chat box. You can tell me what are the taxes which was earlier there and now it is merged with GST. Yes, VAT. That's the right answer. Next, any other? Okay. So since I'm showing you lab, right, I would like to show you a video as well. This is basically a lab is a tool to learn complete GST. Now we have just started with GST learning, right? Immediately when I go here, I can see one video in the lab. So let me play this video. I think you might get some background about the GST. Let me play this video right now. I hope you can hear the voice, right? Video.
At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awaken to life and GST. Yes, my dear friends, on 1st July 2017, India witnessed a historic moment with the implementation of GST. Before GST, there were a team number of indirect taxes in India, like customs, service tax, VAT, and many more, excise duty on manufacturing, etc. With GST, most of the indirect taxes were subsumed under GST, and now there's mostly only one or two indirect taxes, that is GST and customs. But are you aware, before GST there was VAT on goods, and even before VAT was implemented in India, there was something called as sales tax. And if I go further earlier, even before sales tax, there was something called as TOT, turnover tax. I hope you'll find this very interesting, and let's learn more about GST. Thank you.
Okay. So what did you understood from the video? There are so many other laws. I will be showing you all the laws at one shot right now. You can see there were luxury tax, entity tax, local tax, octroi, VAT, CST, excise, entertainment tax. All these taxes merged together and it has become one tax, one nation, one tax concept. That's called GST, right? Now, since you have watched this video and I've also explained, right? Now I have a question for all of you guys. So which of the following indirect tax was not observed by GST, right? So for this question, I want all the participants to answer. So option A is service tax, option B is VAT, option C is customs, option D is entry tax. I want
Entry tax.
entry tax.
Entry tax.
Entry tax.
Okay. So let's do one thing. Can you run the poll? Okay. So this question I want answer from all of you. On your screen, can you see the poll? Which of the following indirect taxes was not observed by GST? So one of the choice you have to make it. Either it's service tax, VAT, customs, entry tax. So don't just the question I will repeat again. This is like not observed, not observed. Okay, like not observed. So you have to understand. So which is still there? Service tax, VAT, customs, and entry tax. I request all of you to please submit your answer in the poll. Select your option and submit quickly. So I'll be giving you few seconds. Quickly you have to do it. I'll be counting 5. Okay, before that you have to answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope everyone surrendered the answer. So shall we see the result, Sudeep? Yes. I think since somebody said it's entry tax, so all of you also clicked on entry tax. That's why the 43% people have answered entry tax and 34. Shall I go with the audience poll or shall I select different option? Of course, audience polls. Okay, let me see whether it's entry tax is correct or not. Oh, wrong. That's the wrong answer. But what is the right answer, guys? Customs. Can you see the explanation in the bottom? Custom law, right? Custom law taxes on import and export has not been observed under GST and continues to be applicable. In most of the cases, the import and export, both customs and IGST may be applicable. Generally, IGST is exempt in case of export of goods or services, but applicable in case of import. So still import export is happening through customs only, guys. This is what the this is the reason custom is not clear. Okay. So interesting to learn. Are you enjoying, guys? So I couldn't see any faces till now, but still I'm okay. I hope all of you are listening to me. Okay. So let me go further, right? So this is all about the GST basics. And in GST, right, there are types of taxes also. If you wanted to learn, then we have intra tax, inter tax, everything is there. So within the state, if there is a transaction, then intra sales we call it as. Out of the state, if there is any transactions are happening, interstate we will call it as. So within state, if there is any transactions are happening, then CGST and SGST will be levied equally. For example, if the GST rate is 12%, then it's 6%. And in case of sales to another state, then it's IGST completely 12% will be charged. So this is all about the basics, right? So any question on basics, you can post in the chat box. Otherwise, I will go to our next section called supply. So the supply is very important concept and it's a taxable event. So any goods, if it has to be taxed, then it should be supply, right? Without supply, no GST will be applicable. Supply is one of the important concept. Here it is given in the special note, no supply, no GST, right? So supply has a 2 important element. This is all theoretical GAM. So just make yourself ready, guys, so that once we get into the return filing level, you should be able to grasp all these things. Supply done for a consideration, number 1 condition, and supply is done in the course of furtherance of business. Then only GST will be applicable. These 2 conditions are very important. And so with respect to supply, there is another question which I wanted to highlight right now. So, not this particular question. Sorry. So there is no question I would like to ask in this supply. So let's go further. Okay. There are so many things to learn. I'm going to focus only on the important things. Let us learn about the registration. So supply is a kind of detailed subject. I don't want to spend much time here because this is just the fast track learning mode, right? I don't want to waste your most of the time there. So let's get into the registration part. So can I get a response from all of you? What would be the limit for the turnover limit? So for the GST registration, if someone needs to check the registration, when they have to take the registration? Any answer? You can post it in the chat box. When?
1 crore.
About 20 lakh?
About
20 lakhs.
Okay. Any other answers? So here is your
20
answer.
lakhs.
More than 1 crore.
More than 1 crore. 20 lakhs. Any other answers? Okay. Now you are seeing the answers right now. There are various limit, guys. Okay. Now you have to see your state name. If you are from Manipur, then this is the limit. If you are from Meghalaya, Sikkim, this is your limit. And in case of if you are generally all other state other than listed here, generally this is the rate. Okay. So states or UTs with the threshold limit of UT means Union Territory, threshold limit of 20 lakhs for supply of services or both goods and services, and 40 lakhs for the supply of goods. So basically, which means if you are providing only services, okay, or service and goods both, in case if you are providing services including goods, then if your turnover crosses 20 lakhs, then immediately you have to take the GST registration. Okay. And in case if you're providing only goods, then only when we have to take registration only in case of your turnover process above 40 lakhs. Clear? This is for the majority of the states in India. So including Himachal Pradesh, Assam and Jammu and Kashmir. But other states, there are certain limit, which is a very lower. So should the business person has to take registration at the earliest of 10 lakhs only. 1 crore and all, it's like earlier. In excise and all, it was 1 crore, 2 crore. Now there is no crores of discussion, which is all just a lakhs discussion. Once you crosses 20 lakhs in any business, you have to take the registration. Okay. This is the basic requirement you should understand. So now, before I go move further, I want to ask you one question, which is not with respect to subject. Don't worry. So, Sudeep, you can generate next poll. So, I wanted to ask you a question, which is your language? So, we are learning in an English medium language right now. So, which language do you prefer whenever you are learning? You can choose from the drop-down list now. So, which is your language? Like you can see the poll. I hope everyone can see the poll. Which is your preferred language? If you're from Karnataka, obviously Kannada. No, though we understand English, but Kannada one connection ಇದೆ, emotions ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೆ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಅಥವಾ if you are from Hindi, I can't speak Hindi, so I not be able to speak Hindi. So Hindi is always preferred for the northern state people. Maybe you might be from Bengali, whatever. So please choose your preferred language for the learning and submit it. It's just a question, random question. It's not from somewhere else. I'm just I will show you something else now if you can choose. I'll give you 5 counts. So before that, you have to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now the poll is over. Yeah. So now I want to see the result. Oh, it's really great to see 86% people prefer Kannada. I think then Kannadadale matadbodu ankoತೀನಿ. So we cannot speak only Kannada, right? Now I'll be mix and match now. Okay. So even Tamil also we have 2%, Telugu also we have 5%. So since our majority of our students are from Karnataka, so that is the reason we are getting Kannada people more, I think. So let me do one thing. Now I'm using lab. There is an option for me here called language, right? What I'm going to do, I'll change this language to Kannada. So first prize goes to Kannada. Yes. Now you can read in your own language. ಸರಕು ಅಥವಾ ಸೇವೆಗಳ ಖರೀದಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾರಾಟದಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿರುವ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ. So it's like very, very basic Kannada, right? So sometimes we don't even understand what we have to do. We have to scroll on that particular line. Then again, it will convert back to English. Interesting. So this is what is the beauty of our lab. So it's a virtual lab. So you'll be having multilingual faculty with you, self-learning module. Whenever you learn, okay, you might feel, okay, let me read it in Kannada, in your own language, then suddenly you can go back to Kannada. Entire content will be changed to your own language, whatever you prefer. And since we also have other people, let me also change and show them their own language. So they'll be happy. Next.
Sir, voice ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ sir.
It got muted. Yeah, sorry. So we have certain Telugu people, as well as we have certain audience from Tamilu. You can see a Tamil language. And then also we have Hindi. Yeah. So completely in Hindi. So I feel you will always love seeing your language. See, certain area language will not change for your information. For example, this particular table. This will not change. Only text will change, and also video will not change. Video will be continued in the English and Hindi language only. Okay, next. So I'll go back to English again. So next thing about registration we were learning, right? So let me give you one question now. So I'll repeat the content. I think you would have forgot now. So GST limitation is 20 lakhs turnover limit if you are providing services. If you are providing services. If you are providing sales, then it is 40 lakhs. Now, there is a question. I think, Sudeep, you can generate the poll. So this particular question, the following is the turnover of the DEF company in the state of Maharashtra. So just ignore the first that is a question actually. So you have to answer the second question, guys. Okay. So let us calculate now. If you have a calculator, please have it with you. So sale of medicine, this particular company has done 12 lakhs. So one clue I'll give you, when you're calculating GST limit, right? It is basically aggregate turnover. You should ignore taxes. Okay. And secondly, you should count all types of sale. It might be export, it might be free, or it might be exempted, whatever it is, you have to count it for the limit. So now start counting. So sale of medicine, 12 lakhs. It has a 2 lakhs, including 2 lakhs of tax portion. Export of goods is 5 lakh, no GST. And then sale of vegetable, rupees 1 lakh, exempt from GST. So that we should be also be counted. Sale of mobile phones, 5 lakhs. So 1.5 GST, that means 3.5 lakhs. Right? So I hope you have counted. I'm just assisting you guys. So what is the answer? GST is applicable or not applicable? And this particular question, you have to understand state of Maharashtra. So that is not covered in that any of the state, it's other states. So remember, 20 lakhs was turnover only for services and services and goods both. In this question, we are clearly seeing the product, right? Medicine, goods, vegetables, mobile phones, which is only goods. So what is the answer? Please answer in the bottom 4 choice, applicable, not applicable, IGST only applicable, SGST only applicable, and submit. So I'll give you 5 counts now again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope everyone submitted. Let's see the result. Yes, the first one is the question. Just ignore that. So applicable 53%, not applicable 27%, and IGST only applicable 20%. And so I'll give you the clarification now. I don't want to again make a mistake. I will not go with the audience now. Okay, I'll be going ahead with my own choice, which is not applicable. God, I earned something now, right? So have you seen that bell button? And I earned something that is called Finci coins. Can you see here? There is a gold coin. I earned 20, not gold coins, Finci coins. So interesting. So my balance was earlier 10 rupee, not 10 rupees, sorry, 10 Finci coins, which has become 20 Finci coins now. So what's the uses of these Finci coins? Finci coins, if you start learning using lab, right, you can accumulate thousands of Finci coins. We have a lot of MCQs, and there are a lot of other options also to earn coins. And those coins, the number one option, which we will be giving you later, is that you can actually encash to the cash. That is number one option. Second option is that you can utilize these coins to buy any of the product, any courses from our platform. So whether it can be, for example, we have certain students who have joined for level 1. They might be interested in learning level 2. If you have a good amount of coins, then you can utilize that and get some discount. And also in the later, not immediately, in the later point of time, we will also be launching certain lucky draw kind of thing, wherein you can participate by using coins, and you will have an opportunity to earn or maybe win a laptop, maybe, or maybe a mobile, or it can be iPhone also. I'm not sure about it. I'm just telling you the plans. So that is how the Finci coins will be used. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಫಿನ್ಸಿ ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ one condition, you can earn coins only once. So when you are using lab, right, you should be very careful whether it's a right answer or wrong answer. You should see properly and then you have to select. Okay, so we have learned GST registration and basic things about the input out. Basically, we have learned about the intrastate, and everything, and also supply to some extent. And let me also spend a few more minutes on learning invoicing related as well as the input and input credit and all those things. These are the very important concepts before I get into the GST return filing. So please be here till the end. So I'll be showing you GST return filing exactly after 10 minutes, not beyond that. Okay. So in this lab, you can see there are, I came from the main page of the lab, right? You can see there is a drop down. I can see all other chapters as well. From here, I can directly move to the second chapter, that's GST invoice preparation. So this is one of the basic things which everyone must know, junior level, senior level. So how to generate an invoice, and when I should generate an invoice, when I should not do it. All these things are the basic requirement. You should follow the law very clearly. I'm not talking about something very high level. So ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ GST ರೇಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ಟು ಫೈಲ್ ದಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಅಂತ. No, that is a wrong assumption. You should know everything at this level only, and you should know clearly practical knowledge you should have. You should be able to apply all this theoretical knowledge. The lab is designed in a such a way that every practical knowledge is given to you right away, and every notes are important. You just have to read it. That's all. Okay. And in between, if you have any question, there is a hand raise button here. Click on this. Our expert will be answering. Okay. As well as if you have any question here and which needs a detailed clarification, click on these. And there is one particular question mark here. Click on this particular question mark and you can type your question here, ask a doubt, and then you can submit. So you will get response from our expert team through chat box only. This is kind of works like a chat box. So these answers will be given by our content team members, industry expert team members. They will be answering your questions. So you might be reading at 12 o'clock in the night. Just put your question here and keep quiet. Then morning, once the office start, maybe at the earliest possible, our expert team members will be responding to your queries. And on top of it, you will also be able to join our DSS session. DSS means doubt solving session, which will be happening on a regular basis. For example, so there is a doubt solving session on 21st February. If you would like to attend, that will be from 5 o'clock. So if you want to attend, click on this attend now button and register yourself. So you will be able to attend on that 21st date. So our expert faculties, and we in our team, we have national level GST faculties also. So you have seen one video, right? Mr. Rahul Siri is a national GST faculty. He might also be there. And we have many other faculties. They're all experts and they can answer all of your queries live. And there is no language barrier. If you wanted to ask in Hindi also, you can ask for English. Those two languages we are offering. And if, for example, if I am there in the DSS, I know Kannada and Kannada answer marbo. So this is the DSS facility. And initially, we would like to, the core team members would like to take all the DSS session. All your doubts will be resolved. Okay. Get back to the subject now. Let's get back to the subject now. What is invoice? Invoice is a document, right? Basically, it can be a bill of supply also in case of composition scheme. Okay. So there are certain requirements to raise an invoice. Okay. That is very important to understand. These three things are very major thing which you should know, everyone should know. One is when I should raise an invoice. That in a law language you call it as time of supply. Okay. So where means, is it an interstate supply or intrastate supply? Should I have to charge SGST, CGST or IGST? That is also very important. That will be covered in place of supply concept. And then what are the details should be there in the invoices? So these things are very, very important for anyone to understand from the beginning. So there is one invoice sample also here given. So this is what is the invoice sample, which is for your reference. And nowadays you could have heard a concept called e-invoicing. What is e-invoicing? That is also very important to know, right? E-invoicing looks like this. I have straightforward showed you e-invoicing. There is one scanner here. There is one IRN here. Invoice reference number. Many of you might be understanding that e-invoicing means we have to go to portal and there only you raise the invoice. No, that's the wrong assumption. The e-invoicing means basically how we raise invoices. We would be must be maybe using the Tally or Zoho or any of the accounting software. or manually also some people, they will raise invoices and issue to this, maybe the party customer, right? So now what has happened, you have to generate one particular software document there. So that you have to upload into the portal. It all takes care by the software only. Then you have to generate one number, IRN number, and that has to be attached with this particular invoice. That's the only work that is called invoicing process. Okay, nothing big. This all will be taken care by the software itself. So there are all the sufficient information is being given here. So in the lab. So meanwhile, I am explaining, you can even read this. Basically, invoicing is applicable only for the companies whose turnover is more than 5 crore in any of the financial year from 2017-18 onwards. So if you're working for a company that turnover is less than 5 crore in any of the last few financial years, then invoicing will not be applicable, right? So any question, technical question, if you have relating to the concept which I'm telling, you can straightforward, you can ask in the chat box. So our team will be answering your queries. No need to wait for me. Okay, we will also open up question and answer session in the later point of time. So invoicing, any questions, guys, you can ask me in the chat box. So I'm talking about what has to be there in the invoice, right? Now let us just briefly understand. So what is time of supply and what is place of supply? This is the issue of invoices. See, there are a lot of things to learn, guys. This is how the invoice looks like. We have given various format also in the lab for you guys to understand and learn. Okay, time of supply. So just I will show you one or two example, not going in detail. Time of supply, what it says, time of supply of goods is earliest of date of issue of invoices or last date on which invoice is supposed to be issued, right? This is where the time will trigger. So whether I have to raise invoice today, 15th February, or shall I raise invoice on 1st of March? So 1 month difference is there. If I have raised invoice today, right, 15th February, I have to pay tax by when? March month, right? So if I raise invoice in the March month, then I have to pay tax in the April month. That makes huge difference in the cash outflow is concerned. So this is one example is being given here. So Mr. X regular dealer sold goods to Mr. Y worth 1 lakh and invoice was read on 15th January and the payment was read on 31st January. The goods were supplied on 20th, 3 different dates. When he should raise the actually time of supply occurs, so it is basically earliest of the following. Issue of invoice is 15th January, 20th January, last date supposed to be issued because in case of goods, the limit or maybe the time to raise invoice is when it is delivered, right? So it is January 20th and then the receipt date is 31st January. So the earliest of following is 15th January. 15th January, this invoice has to be raised. Like that, the time of supply for goods and time of supply for services also different. I'm just highlighting few important laws, guys. And then place of supply where, so what tax? Is it IGST or CGST or SGST? So that is also very important for you guys to understand. I will highlight one example where the supply of invoice involves where the supply involves movement of goods, whether by supplier or the recipient or by any other person, then location of the goods at the time at which the movement of goods terminate for the delivery. That means, for example, I am selling some goods. There is a movement of goods from Karnataka to Andhra Pradesh. So when the goods is where the goods is getting delivered in Andhra Pradesh. So it is a interstate supply. So like that, we have to decide on the various taxes as well, right? So since GST is the destination-based tax, you should be very careful. So the tax benefit will be enjoyed by the state where it is actually consumed. GST is destination tax, that is goods or services tax at the place where they are consumed and not at the origin. So the state where they are consumed will have the right to collect GST. Very interesting point. So law works this way. So maybe states might be fighting, right? So what's my revenue? What's my revenue in GST? Where the goods are being consumed. For example, in Karnataka, so many activities are happening. All activity. For example, in case of services, right? Where the event is happening, there the GST will be collected. For example, if you promote Delhi as one of the good city for any event, then all GST goes to there only. Even I'm an expert in event management. I will arrange an event in Delhi and which state will be getting benefited? Though the person is from here, so it will be interstate and the Delhi will be benefited. Like this, the collection of GST mechanism works. If you are not understanding all this topic, don't worry, just leave it. Okay. So I'm just giving you an idea how GST works. There is one important topic everyone must understand is input, right? So here we have given certain explanation about the e-invoicing process also in this particular section. I'll just skip it right now. Input tax credit. So how GST entirely works? So basically there is the output, whatever the tax collected on the GST or collected on the sales, right? So output minus input will be the tax payable, right? That I think everyone aware of it. Just I will run through with this particular section. So tax collected on sales, output tax is 450. So maybe example, you would have said 2000 rupees or 1000 rupees goods. On that, we have selected, we have collected tax. Let's ignore whether it's IGST, CGST, SGST, 450 rupees output tax. I'm conveying the concept, what is output and input right now. Please be alert. Okay. I'm selling something now, 1000 rupees. On that, I have collected goods of 450. Let's take an example of 10,000, 450 is the GST. This portion is called output tax, right? Now, I am also purchasing so many goods, okay, from other people. I have purchased raw material. On that, there is a GST of 100 rupees. I have purchased raw material from another party, 120 rupees. And I have purchased packing material of 80. This is all called as input. I'm teaching very basics for the benefit of the beginners. Now, tax to be paid, what is the formula? Output minus input, right? So, output rupees 450 less tax on purchases, total 300, 100, 120, 80. So, what is the GST payable? 150 rupees. Clear? This is how output and input works. So, this is all about the basic concept. As I promised, I'm stopping all the basic concept teaching right away. Let's get into the GST return filing part now. Now, I'm going to show you very, very interesting tool, guys. Really, you will like it. So this is what is the whole idea of FinCLab, giving experience, right? Giving experience to the learners. Right now, what you have learned, which is all practical content. Now, I am going to show you something, as well as if you have access to lab, right? You will be also able to take the real-time experience. So let's get into that, the return filing, GST return filing. I hope everyone ready. So question number 4, I think skip this, no need to run. This is not required, I believe. If can you answer this poll? Which of the following statement is true? I'm not sure, because this needs detailed understanding. We have a specific topic for this, which is basically computation topic. Here, there, we are going to teach. Can anyone try all the, this particular question? Before we get into the return filing topic, can anyone try this? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think so many people tried just like that. Let's see the answer. Okay, this is the result. Which of the following statement is true? ITC of CGST is first utilized for the payment of CGST, and then balance something is there. So actually, answer is third option. Basically, there are very strong rules with respect to the utilization of input. Okay. So basically, I'll tell you the summary of it for benefit of the people who have joined today. So IGST, there is no restriction. If you have IGST input, you can utilize CGST, SGST, no limitation. You have to basically exhaust IGST input first. Then CGST, you can utilize towards CGST as well as the IGST. The priority should be first CGST. In case of CGST, you cannot utilize SGST. And SGST input, if you have, you can utilize against SGST only, and no utilization against the CGST. This is a summary of utilization. There is a very detailed learning. You have to do it. And it's a very, very confusing topic, guys. Okay, which needs detailed study. Okay, so you have to study this in detail. Within this section, within this session, we will not be able to cover it. So let's get into the real topic of the day, which is return filing, right? Let's start. Any question till now with respect to basic understanding? If you wanted to ask, chat box is open. I think nobody is questioning us. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the chat box, guys. We are multilingual. You can ask, even if you feel English is tough, you can ask in Hindi in the chat box. Let it be in the English wordings only, not go to the higher extent. Okay. So let's learn GST return filing now. So first of all, what is return filing? So that's very important question we should understand. So GST return filing is the reporting process by each and every GST registered person. So if I take a GST registration, I have to report my sales details every month before certain date, right? So there are various reporting format. Okay, there are certain various forms also. So these are the GST return types. So we have GSTR 1, GSTR 2, GSTR 2A, 2B, and 3B, 4, 5, 5A, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. List is very lengthy, right? So what you must know is GSTR 1 as a beginner. Okay, as a GSTR or maybe accountant or taxation person as a beginner, or maybe 5 to 10 years of experience, you must know GSTR 1 return filing process very clearly. Now, let's understand GSTR 1 and 2A, 2B, 3B, how it works. GSTR 1 is the sales uploading. Okay, if I make a 10 sale this month, I have to upload all 10 sales before 11th of next month in the GSTR 1 format. Okay, I am going to do, all other GST registered person also going to do this process. So andre basically ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ GST 1 ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಂದ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಅವನು ಕೂಡ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವರ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ನನಗೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆದಂಗೆ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್, being a registered person, I am uploading all my sales details. So I have purchased something from other party, Mr. X. He is also uploading his sales. So it is my purchase. Basically, all details government has got now done. Government job is done. They have collected entire data. So GST 1, once we upload by 11th of next month, everyone's data is government. So what government does, so all data, it will give it to me also. So supposingly, if I purchase from Mr. X, right? Mr. X details, he would have filed return, and based on his return, I can take the input also. So if we don't do it, what I will do, I will actually question him, why you are not done? Give me input, give me input. This pressure will be created automatically, guys. Understood, everyone? So this is the concept of real GST filing. Okay. Okay, there are some questions with respect to RCM also. So RCM, I'll just quickly run through with it in the chat box. So RCM means reverse charge mechanism. Whatever I am charging, right? For example, I am charging GST to the people, to my customer. That is called forward charge mechanism. So the reverse of this is reverse charge mechanism, wherein I will not charge basically. So the party has to pay from their end directly. That's called reverse charge mechanism. Okay. In the invoice, I will not charge any GST. I will give the taxable value only. Other party will pay GST and then they will claim the input. So this is called reverse charge mechanism. Quickly. So I was teaching you GST 1, right? GST 1, once everyone filed it, all input also will be able to see. That input can be seen in GST 2A initially. And as a before 11th only, you can see all this input. And after 11th, GST 2B is the final copy for you to refer. So I'll show you, these are the GST 2B details. And GST 2B has to be, it is a static one. GST 2A is the dynamic one, which is for the temporary purpose. You can refer to fight with your other party, right? Who have sold goods to you. So GST 2B is the dynamic, static one. That's the permanent one, final one. You have to take input as per the GST 2B only. Now, GST 3B is the return, which is a consolidation. GST 1, I have declared some sales, and GST 2B will show some input. I can take that input and file the return and pay tax and close it off. This is how GST 2B works. 3B works. Okay, there is some disturbance in the screen. Let me clear that first. Okay, so don't use drawings. Okay, okay. So now I hope you got very basic idea about GSTR 1, GSTR 2A, 2B, and 3B, right? let's get into the practicals now. Let's learn. Okay, now we are going to spend around a good amount of time. I think 45 minutes of time, or maybe half an hour, more than half an hour time. We are going to learn GST1 return filing process. Okay. So I am going to show you something interesting as I promised. Okay, what we have done. So we are not just going to teach you. Today, you are going to be just listening to me or seeing the screen, but otherwise we will be going to give you a experience, right? So that's more valuable for any learners. So for that, what we have done, we have created a concept called simulation. So just let me first explain what is simulation. Simulation is simple, which is an exact replica of something else for the learning purpose. Okay. So when you are learning GST, right, you just read this, see the screenshot. That will not be going to help you a lot. You have to do it by your own, right? That's the concept we have developed. So for example, GST1 you are learning now. So what are the steps? There are 9 steps. Log in and navigate to GST1. So add B2B invoices, add B2C invoices, add export invoices, and so many things are there. So at the end, preview and submit. All right, this is the GST1 filing process. Now, first step, log in and navigate to form GST1. How you have to do? You have to go to GST portal, gst.gov.in. This is the real GST portal name. And then go to home page and then click on login button, and using the login credential, you can log. This is the process you have to do it, right? So now let me go to GST portal. Let us see how it looks like. It's a government portal which I'm showing. This is real GST portal, gst.gov.in. So this is the first page. I think many of you would have seen this GST portal right now, by now. There is a login button here. You can click on login. And if you are a GST registered person, you'll be able to log in and do the filing. Now you are a student, right? You will not be definitely having this facility. Use the registered person login and file and learn all these things. So that's very difficult. We are there to help you out, guys. So there is a simulation for you. What you're seeing is not real GST portal. It's an exact replica of GST portal. Now you can start learning one by one. Let's learn step by step. Let's not get into the detailed learning. Full, we are not going to learn. We are learning with the experiment. This is the lab. We are going to experiment. So what is the question? Log in below to the simulation experiment with the following login credentials. Company name, Fincurious Cement Private Limited. So don't think that Fincurious also has cement version. So it's just a name we have given, dummy name. Okay. Now this is the dummy login details as well as the GST number we have. Let me try. What is the process? I have to go to GST portal. I have gone and come back now. Let me do it here now. So I have to do what I have to do. I have to click on login. I clicked. Now there is a username which is already given. What is the username I have to use? FinCement, right? FinCement. And then what I have to do? I have to type the password 1, 2, 3. So that is also typed. And then CAPTCHA I have to type. Just observe what I'm doing now. This is the login page. Okay. I hope you guys are observing. Login. Wrong. Oh God, what mistake I have done? Can anyone tell me what is the mistake? So instead of typing FinCement, I typed FinCement. I think T is missing, right? I hope everyone observed. I will retry. There is no limitation on the experiment in the lab. Let me retry again. Okay, I'll not save this. Okay, now again, I'm going to type FinCement. So password, I don't trust. It is saved, but I don't trust. Now I'm again trying. Second time I'm trying. Let me see. Yes, I'm successful now. How is it, guys? Can you give your feedback? So this is how, okay. This is how you guys are going to learn step by step. Now login you have learned. Now what is the step? Next step, we are going to teach you. Once logged in, you have to go to dashboard. So let me go to dashboard now. So now before I go to dashboard, I have a question. Since you have attended my basic class till now, I have a very important question as well as this answer I've given just some time back. Now, which month we are filing the return? June month, right? So June month, I am filing the return under for this particular company. So what is the due date for June 2024? It is far ahead now. So we are in the February now. June is coming now later, right? What is the GST1 filing due date for the June month? So I'm going to launch the poll now. Question number 5. I think 6. Question number 6. So this is the poll. due date for GST1 return filing for the month of June. So can you choose one of the option, guys? Very simple question, simple answer. You all can try. I think I'm expecting audience to be aligned with me right now. I just sometime back I taught you. June month due date will be in July. What is the due date? Countdown starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I hope everyone answered. Let us see the result. Yes, 11th of July. Good, very good. That's the right answer. So claps for those who have rightly answered, right? So next month, July. So even you don't worry, even you can see the result now. I have to click on return dashboard. Which quarter? First quarter, right? First quarter is the June. So now I'll select wrongly. Okay, which month I have to file now? June. But I'll select April. So my search button is not enabled only. I'll select May. Search button is not enabled only. Now finally I will select June. So search button enabled, right? So now I will click on this search button. Now I could see GST1, GST2A, 2B, everything here. So what I have to do, I have to prepare online, basically. Let me click on prepare online, done. I have done this process perfectly. So second step also I learned login, I learned this also. Now keep on, I can learn so many things. So with this, our Pencil lab, guys, no limitation on the trial. You can try how much ever time you want, unlimited trial. You try, fail, try, fail, try, fail. 100 times also you can do it. There is no limitation on this experiment. So as I said, simulation as experiment as well as full simulation. Now I am bored with this experiment. So now let me go to the full-fledged simulation. So like this, we are going to learn one by one. I will also teach you guys. This is not the thing. I'm not stopping here. I'll be teaching you with the full simulation right now. Okay. So I'll go till the end. Then I will go to next section. And similarly, we have also have to learn so many other things. Okay. Instead of this, I'll try going directly to the section which I wanted, which is the case study. Okay. I'm in the case study right now. So let's do one thing. Let us resolve a case study instead of trying and experimenting. So let's get into the full-fledged learning. Okay. So you have seen this website, full-fledged website, but I'll show you bits and parts of this, right? Now, what I'm going to show you is a full simulation. So here is the link. Click on this. This is the website of GST. This is the demo version of website or simulated version of website for you to practice. No differences. It's same, not similar. It's same, ditto same. Okay. Now let us learn one by one. Except this particular heading. This is simulation used for education purpose only. Let me start filing return for the different company now. Earlier we have done experiment. Now this is a case study. Okay, case study means it's a real-time scenario kind of thing. Let's learn one by one. What are the tasks? We have to file GST1 return, right? So company name, now it's changed. Now we are going to a Fincurious Global Health Private Limited. So this is the another version, another segment of Fincurious. So Fincurious Global Health Private Limited. This is a GST number. We have to file return for the month of different month, August, not for the June month. June month is done. Okay. We are not done, but we have skipped that particular question. Okay. So let me log in first. Fin Global, Finnet 123. Here, learning is done. Here, it is a real experiment. We should be very careful. I will type Fin Global, and this is a password. I am not trusting the saved password. I am typing again P237M. So let me log in. So this is the first page. No right, no wrong, because I've already learned, made some rehearsal experiment and everything. Now I'm filing the return. So guys, now on, please be active. Please follow each and every step. I'm not going to go back and show you something differently. Magic and all, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to directly show you the return filing process. The first step, login. Number one step, login. We have learned, we have experienced also. Now I'm going to file return for the month of August. Go to return dashboard. Second step. So now August is in which quarter? Which is in the quarter 2, July, August, September. You cannot even see August is here. So now then I will select the month of August, and then I will be selecting the search. Now let me select GST1 filing, prepare online. No marking, nothing here, guys. It's just you have learned sufficient in the experiment. So I am going to file GST1 return. Now let us experiment. Let us do this particular full-fledged simulation with one of the example. Let me go to the particular example. Case study. What I have done, I have prepared this particular table. This is there in the lab also. So basically, if you go back to lab, you will be able to see this particular table. I prepared it in Excel for the quickest return filing process. Now we are going to do it return filing process. So before I get into this, let me explain these boxes very quickly. So does anyone know what is the full form of B2B and B2C? I think you guys must be knowing right now. Can anyone highlight? Put the answer in the chat box, please. What is the full form of B2B and what is the full form of B2C? Business to business.
Business to business.
Yes, that's the right answer. What is B2C?
Business to customer.
Business to customer, not business to cash. Okay. Business to customer. So this is all terminology very important when you're filing GST return. Now, what government want is that they want a separate information, business to business, separate information, business to customer. You might be selling to the hundreds of people, customer, no worries that you do it, but give me information separately. So these around these boxes are there, right? Around 13. These are the very important. So 8, 9, 10, 11 boxes, not 30. So that they have removed in between also. Okay. These 11 boxes are very important, guys. So now first let us understand how to update B2B information. B2B, you know, business to business, right? Where we have a GST number. Let me go inside of this box. So here, these are the information you have to upload. You have to click on add details. When you click on add details, this particular page will appear. And here you have to add details only by pasting the GST number. Okay. Not simply, you cannot do it. So I have so this is the sales details which I have. GST 1 is for basically to upload sales details, right? I hope you all remember all the old stories. Don't forget immediately. So sales details, these are the sales details. It's a very small company. We are just started this company. Okay. So we have only 7 sales and various types of sales. So this is the party to whom we have sold, Kirtan Gowda. Okay. This is his GST number. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to type this GST number here. I type. As and when I click outside the box, I'll be able to get the information from the GST server. But right now we are using our Fincurious server. This is all some random information. Okay. So master will appear only when you add this particular party in the backend. Okay. Then we have to upload the invoice details. Invoice has to be in a series of segment, right? So this month we have started with the number 15, FC/GH and /15, 16, 17, 18, 19, sequence is there. So what we are going to, we have raised the invoice number for Kirtan Gowda is FCGH 15. That also I have to paste. And then invoice date. Invoice date is 1st of August, right? So let me select that particular August month, which is actually futuristic date. So we are working for the future. Fincurious working for the future. Okay, let me select the 1st August month date. And then which is which month, which state. So Kirtan Gowda is from the state of Karnataka, which is automatically drop down has been selected. How do you know this? Because based on the state number, which is in their GST number. So 29 is the Karnataka state code. Okay. Then I have to add the invoice value. So taxable amount is 10,000 now. Okay. Taxable amount is 10,000. So what I have to do, I have to add GST to it, right? So 10,000 into 12%. It is not just IGST, CGST and SGST. Let me recalculate percentage. Yeah. So 1,200. What is the invoice value? Total gross value 11,200. Clear? So what I'm teaching you right now is the taxable value, tax, CGST and SGST together. Total gross value, invoice value is 11,200. In this particular column of B2B, you have to add 11,200 here. Done. So now what I'm going to do in the taxable value column in the bottom, there is one more table. There it is a 12% rate. So I'm going to enter 10,000 rupees. Immediately I'll click outside the box, 600, 600, 1,200. Everything is fine. I've added everything. So then I will click on the save button. So this particular invoice will be saved. Invoice added successfully. So what I have done, I have just added one invoice, B2B invoices within the state. Correct? So like this, we have to add all the invoices. Since we don't have much time, I will skip, but I will add one more intrastate. Okay, sorry, interstate. Interstate we have added within Karnataka. So this particular person, Fincurious Global Health Private Limited, is from the state of Karnataka. I've also made a sales to Sky Hospitals LLP. They're from the different state. If you know the state code of 33, you can respond in the chat box. So one more invoice I'm going to add. Same process. I have added GST number, clicked outside. Sky Hospitals has came outside. So in this case, what is this tax I have to charge? Whether it's CGST, SGST, or IGST? Any answer? Of course, it's IGST. So this is the taxable invoice, taxable portion and tax portion. The total invoice gross value is 53,336. So I'll be typing this 53,336. Guys, this is how you have to do it in the process of GST1 return filing. Okay. Then what is the date of invoices? 18th August, not 1st. Okay, which is 18th August. I'm going to select in the calendar. Okay. So it is the state code for Tamil Nadu. Okay. So I hope many people are from Tamil Nadu also joined today. Okay. So then I'll be adding, sorry, I have made a wrong here. Not here. It is the invoice number I have added. Wrongly I've added. Okay. So 53,6. Okay. So invoice number, what is the invoice number? I have skipped actually. I shouldn't do that. I have to add all the invoices basically. Okay. So I will be adding the invoice number here and also invoice value also I've added. So now it's this table I have to fill out. What is the tax rate? It is a 18%, right? So 45,200 is the taxable value. Here 45,200. Click outside the box. 8136. Same amount is coming. I'll calculate it manually. Everything is perfect. Any questions? You can post it in the chat box. Same. Done. 2 invoices has been added. This is called P2P invoice submission process. You can see in the integrated tax 8136 has come, and the central tax and state tax 600, which is I've added in the earlier. Now B2B invoices we have learned how to add. Let me go back. Now what we are going to do, we are going to be adding B2C invoices. Okay. So now you can see count also has changed. Other box is 000. Now it is here too. That means 2 invoices we have added B2C. It's all like just to cross verify. Now let us add B2C others. I'm not sure whether we have in this question or not. Yeah. Unregistered Telangana, we have sold. Okay. We are getting all the states which the audience are there. I think which is the coincidence today. So we have sold to one customer. He's from a Telangana state. He is not the GST registered person. Okay, B2C customer. So direct B2C. Okay. So here we have sold at the 12% tax rate. So 996. So 8,300 plus 996. So 9,296 rupees sold goods. But in case of B2C, right, we need not to add individually. So Soul Healthcare one, another person one, we need not to do that. We can do it together only. Let's assume we have also another party. So together we can add one detail. So let me assume this is not only Soul Healthcare, many customer. Let me change the question itself a little bit. Okay. So many customer together, or maybe 3 customer I'll write. Okay. 3 customer we had sold, but it will be wrong. Sorry, I cannot do that because 3 customer we cannot raise the one single invoice. I'm just observing. I cannot change. Strictly questions has to be followed. The content team might be observing me. Why is changing question? Right? Let me add this particular invoice details here. Yeah. Here, it's a different way of altogether. We had to add. So differently, Telangana state, we have to select, not the customer name or something. Taxable value, what is the taxable value, guys? 8,300. I just have to type 8,300. It's a taxable value. Gross value is not given here. What is the rate? If you remember, it's 18%, right? Yeah, sorry, 12%. But to select the rate of 12%, accordingly tax will be calculated and you have to click on save. So here we need not to give customer-wise detail. We have to just give one wholesale number. Telangana, we have sold this much. Andhra Pradesh, we have sold this much. Another state, we have sold this much. So like this, we have to give the details one by one. So that will also be captured. So now what happened? We have added few invoices, one state details also we have added. So now this much is enough for our learning. So there are other details also. I'll just explain you guys. What is B2C large? B2C large means whenever we are selling goods to outside state, which is the value of more than 2.5 lakhs with one customer. Okay. So this 2.5 lakhs with many customers is acceptable. One customer, if you're selling value more than 2.5 lakhs, then all details have to be added here. I'll just show you and I'll not add any invoices. So we can go here and we have to select the which state we are selling. Invoice number will be there. That has to be given. Here again, party name is not there because it's a B2C, right? And we have to add here all the B2C large invoices. Similarly, if you're doing export invoices also, you can add export invoices here in this particular column. Here you have to give all the GST number and everything. Then there are two options, with payment of tax, without payment of tax also. I'm not going to add these invoices right away. And one important note, guys, who are watching this particular session, please be with me till the end of this session. There is very interesting thing which I'm going to tell you at the end. And since we have majority of our old students also, so there is very good news for you guys also. So please be here with us till the end of this session. And whoever wants to learn this GST in detail, there is one special things for you guys to learn using our lab. So I'm going to be declaring at the end of this session. Please be there with me till the end of this session. And also knowledge is guaranteed, you can learn. And then nil rated supply, debit note, credit note, if there is any sales we have made and then we realize later it's not that much of sales or something like this, you can even add here. And debit note separately, unregistered, registered also separately you can add. So advances also taxable, right? GST has to be collected. That also you can add here. So similarly, HSN code, SSC related, SSC wise HSN now is also. So adjustment of advances also. Any advance received and we paid tax, that adjustment. And finally, document issued. Document issued is nothing but all the GST number. So in this month, what we have done, we have issued invoices from number 15 to 21. So how many invoices we have issued? Total 7 invoices. That has to be declared again with the document issued column. So we have to go here. And again, you have to add serial number from which to which and add document. You can save this particular document at the end. Then you can go back and that document also will be visible. Till here, if you have any question, you can post me in the chat box. Guys, any question? So our content team or expert members, we have Mr. Pawan Akil also with us. He's a master trainer. So he will also be able to respond to all of your queries. Okay. So I hope there is no question on this particular segment right now. Let me move ahead with the next learning process. So what I have to do, I have to generate summary. So after this, I have generated summary right now. I have to wait for some time. So our website is very fast, which will create your it will generate your summary quickly. Once we click, it will generate your summary. Otherwise, generally, it will take few seconds in the GST real-time filing. You have to wait. Okay. Then proceed to file option will come. You have to click on this proceed to file option. Then you'll be able to see the summary of your sales, how much B2C sales you have made, how much B2B sales you have made, all the summary 2 invoices. This is the value of total value. So this is very important step, guys. Here you have to basically understand exact amount also. You have to match also. Then after this is done, so then you have to click on file statement. See, it looks very easy to see all this, but it's not the case. Okay, it's very difficult, guys. So we have to be very careful when you're entering each and every number, because if you give a wrong declaration, then it's gone. So you will get a lot of penalties and all those things. Instead of B2B, if you declare B2C, that mismatch will be there. So then summary we have used, and then you have to click on declaration, which is if you are representing an accountant of any of the company, only director name or the owner name will be appearing here. So you have to select the owner. Then you can click on any of these options. Either you can file this return using DSC, or you can file this return with the EVC also. So basically, what is DSC? Maybe few people might be having a question if you are a beginner. DSC means digital signature, wherein you should have a pen drive kind of thing, which is authorized signature. It's as good as signing manually only, but digitally signature. which will be generated based on the PAN number. So now, if you don't want to use that, there is a EVC option. It's basically OTP option. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'll be generating OTP. Okay. So let me generate OTP. So OTP option has came right now. I don't know the OTP, right? So here, what we have done, we have given OTP in the question itself. So you can see there is a OTP 603862. That's the OTP I had to type. 862. So this is the OTP, which is already given because we cannot generate OTP to your mobile number. It's a simulation. Then I'll click on verify. GST filed successfully. This is the message you will be able to see. So GST filed for the month of this, blah, blah, blah. So August month has been filed. So that's about it. So it exactly same process in the real GST portal as well. So now, many of you would have seen this for the first time. I hope you actually got a kind of experience or maybe the overview of how GST filing works. When I come back to the GSTR portal dashboard, I could see GSTR 1 is being filed now. What is pending? GSTR 3B. Even due date also is, you can see, everything will be able to see here. Now, let me go to the dashboard, basic dashboard. Let me select August month here. Okay, this is the dashboard. You can see this is the real place where you have to see this GST 1. So outward, we have gone here and filed the return. So it is the subject has changed to file. Earlier it was to be filed or something, right? So due date was, sorry. So now it is filed. Interesting. So I wanted feedback on the lab. So how we are learning using various mechanism, right? Guys, I want I wanted to request you also, if anyone wanted to learn the GST return filing process through this, you can even give us the your friends references also. That is after the meeting that I will tell you the, before that there is one other form also that will be generating later point of time. So let me cover up other two pending topics. So what is GST 2A? You have seen 2B. 2B is one of the important place where you can see your all the input. Now assume you have filed the return and now you have to check your input details, right? So then you have to go to 2B, and if you go here, so as I said earlier, I have purchased goods from someone else. They have also filed the return now. Assuming they also filed the return. So once they file the return, their sales is my purchase. I could see here all the purchase details also. So if I could see my purchase details here, then only I'll be able to take the input. So if I do not see here the purchase detail, what should I do? I have to go and check with them why you are not filed the return. That's the only option. So this process is called GSTR. One second. GSTR 2B process, right? 2B basically. So now only thing pending from our end is file the GSTR 3B. So let's try this as well. So now there is some question. Do you want to file the nil return? I clicked on the prepare online again. So let me select no for the nil return filing and click on next button. And then all the details I have to verify whether output is coming correctly or not. This is the tax I was supposed to pay. And there is a input also, eligible input, which I just sometime back we have seen. So this is a very simple process 3B, but lot of knowledge is required, and operational the involvement also is required. Whether each and every line item, see, I'm showing you very simple example. 2 invoices I've added and one invoices for the B2C, 2 invoices for B2B. It's very simple. But you will be having thousands of invoices. That will be very difficult task. You have to be very careful when you're doing that. So once you estimate or thoroughly see all these process, then you have to click on save GSTR 3B. So once you do that, so again, this will give you one successful confirmation message. Then you have to click on proceed to payment, right? If there is a payment, it will take the pay, it will allow you to make the payment. And for your information, we also have GSTR payment tab. So now there is a payment, right? I have an input already more than output. You know that, right? So I've added only 2 invoices. Input is more. So I will adjust towards my input. Okay. So then I can go and so sorry. So I think there are some reason, right? Input also I cannot take everything because IGST, CGST adjustment. So I have to pay this particular amount now. So I have to generate challan So I'm quickly showing you because we are at the end of the session almost all. So I'll be selecting the bank. I'm not selecting the real bank. We have our own bank also, Finci dummy bank. Let me click on terms and condition and make payment. So don't see, okay, where is Canara Bank and all those things. I've done it. So now I can go to view the cash also, cash ledger also. My entire thing is done now. I can adjust the input right now. Yeah, so successfully adjusted. Proceed to file. Now declaration, which I already taught you, similar to GST 1. I'm very fast now. Excuse me for that. Okay, then I will again use the EVC. So then I need OTP, right? I have to go and check with the owner. So boss, I will call the owner now. Boss, what is the OTP? It is on your mobile. 736369. Let me type that. 736369. I'll verify. GST 3B filed successfully. Done. So now GST 3B also filed successfully. GST 1 also filed successfully. 2B also I verified. So interesting, guys. Now with this 1 hour and 17 minutes, you have run through with complete GST 1, GST 3B process. Don't think that it's a simple job. Very, very complicated job. You can even see we have added around 7 chapters, which is a practical oriented chapters. Basics, invoice preparation, debit note, credit note, e-way bill, concept of RTM, all those stuffs, and then as well as GST computation, and then GST return filing. So you should have a huge knowledge before you file the return. And without knowledge, if you do it, and you are going to be in the department only to resolve notices and pay something extra penalty, interest, all those stuffs. Okay. This is the GST webinar today. And for those people who wanted to learn in details, so we have a lab. I think by now you all know the very clear idea about what is lab and how it works and everything. I'll go back to our original page, the first page of the lab. So using lab, you can learn everything, and you will be getting the access to this lab when you buy it. So basically today's session is a complete free of cost, no charges. But if at all you wanted to buy our GST entire course, which you need to spend hours together time to study, but not very lengthy because we are focusing majorly on the practical scenario, right? So you can buy the lab in our website. You can go to fincurious.com. And today, being a special occasion, since you are all joined here to see our particular webinar, I am going to be releasing you a special offer. Okay. So let us see the first, let's go to Fincurious website. And let's see what is the price of this particular lab. If at all you wanted to buy GST lab alone, okay. If you wanted to learn GST, and what would be the price. Before that, I'll also show you something about the company also. As I already mentioned, we have 100 plus centers across India. And also we have taught 15,000 plus students till now. And not only GST, we have simulation for income tax, we have simulation for TDS and all those things. But lab online option, we have only for GST. And if you wanted to learn in the classroom, you can go to any of the center. You can search our center details here in the course tab, find the nearest center and go and learn GST there. And if you wanted to join our live online classes, that also option we have. But since it's a self-learning model, if you wanted to learn by your own, maybe if you have a computer, you can buy our lab directly and you can buy the course. How to buy our course? You can go to detailed page and you can refer to all of our courses here. Various courses we have, not only GST, we have income tax, TDS and everything. But online buying option is only GST we have enabled right now. We also call it as, in simple term, GST Pro. This course is also called as GST Pro. Click on this particular learn more. So you can see the price. What is the price? 9,999. So with this 9,999, you'll be able to learn all about GST practical things, starting from basics, practicalities, and we have GSTR e-way bill, e-invoicing simulation also. So everything you can learn how I showed you, and GSTR 1, GSTR 2B, and GSTR 3B simulation. You can learn everything with this particular GST course. Okay. So the price is 9,999. If you wanted to buy, you can use this particular page. But by default, there is a 5% discount also. But as I said, I'm going to a special offer, which is only valid only for today. Okay, which is valid only for today, is a special discount. Whoever attended this course, we are going to declare a offer of discount, which I'm going to post it in the lab, basically, sorry, in the chat box. I'm also going to give you a link. So the 60% discount on the course right now. Okay. If at all you are going to buy this course by today, by 12 a.m. Okay. We have still time. It's 8:21. If at all you're going to buy right now, you'll be getting 60% discount, which you will never get it, right? So this is the link to buy the course. I am going to post this in the chat box. Time starts now. So how to apply that particular coupon code? You go here, click on that particular link. You'll be able to, one second. Particular link, you'll be asked with the promo code. So that promo code is webinar 60. Okay. So if you use webinar 60, which is valid only till 12 a.m. today, only for today, if anyone wants to get access to GST computer return filing, so you can buy just at 4,000 rupees. Okay. The price which you have already seen, this is 10,000, 9,999. Hardly you get a discount of approximately 5% in January. But in case if you're buying with us today as a webinar, special webinar offer, you'll be getting the 60% discount. Okay. I'll show you once again. Click on, so okay, since I've already bought, I'm not able to buy it again. So you guys can see that there is a promo code option there. You can enter that promo code and buy it. Right now, quickly, I wanted to get the feedback on this webinar. So let us get the feedback. So please give us the genuine feedback on the webinar, as well as any suggestion or improvements also required. You can please give us. And as I told initially, so Sudeep, can you please launch the poll for the feedback? And after this session, so after this session, so that is a poll, guys. You please give us the feedback on our webinar. So there is the first question: how was the webinar? Poor to extraordinary. You can type. This is basically on the content level, which we are talking about. Okay, and also, would you like to get more details about the FinCLab plus live DSS? See, this access, the lab which I'm talking about, which we call it as FinCLab, and plus live DSS also will be there, as I mentioned earlier. If you when you are studying, if you find any the problems, or if you find if you need more information or details, you can definitely raise your query there, and live faculties will come and teach you again on that particular concept. And if you press on any in the particular hand raise button, if we get more hand raise, then definitely that the teaching will also be done. And at the end, if you have any suggestion for the improvements, please give us the feedback on this particular event, particular webinar at the technical level. Okay. And after this session, once this session is closed, we will also give you one more survey form where you can give your friends or colleagues number whom you wanted to suggest FinCLab. See, right now, since we have many students also in this session, so I feel you would have taken our courses already. So since there is a high technology has come up, and there is a lab self-learning module also is there. So you can also take up once again if you want, or if you wanted to suggest to any of your friends, you can directly suggest. And what is the benefit for you? I'll declare right now. For all the students, if you refer your friends or colleagues or anyone who wanted to learn this GST course, and you will be getting the attractive referral bonus, which is, you have seen already, I have answered the right answer for MCQ, right? Which was giving me 10 points. So you will be getting 1,000 points. Okay, for one referral, if they buy the course, then you will get 1,000 coins, Finci coins. What is the benefit of coins? Definitely, you can encash it to the cash, real cash, as well as there are a lot of benefits which is going to come. If at all you refer to 10 of your friends, then 10,000 coins you will be having, and you can try with that 10,000 coins many other things. And your friend, whoever you are going to refer, they'll be getting additionally 15% discount on our course. Okay. If at all, if you refer today, definitely they are going to get 60%. That is more better than 15%, right? You refer today only, if at all they buy by 12 a.m. today, I'm repeating, only up to 12 o'clock today, they are going to get 60% discount. Online payment option is there. You can buy it right now. And if you buy after 12 a.m., the price will be revised to 9,999 minus 5% discount. It is hardly 500 discount, which is only 9,500. Clear? Now we are open for the question and answer. Can you please give your if you wanted to have any ask any questions, you can, again, chat box is open, you can post your queries, and if you wanted to ask questions also, you can unmute and talk to me. Any questions? So I hope everyone has given the feedback, and for our old students, the existing students, right? So I feel again thankful to all of you. And this session is like a one kind of basically one kind of revision for you, brush up kind of thing. And I hope you got that benefit. All the old students, they are the ones supported us throughout the days. So thank you so much. And we are also getting certain responses. And someone is saying they're going to buy today. Let's see. Thank you for your response. And see, guys, if you have learned, don't please open up yourself and please give this benefit to your friends and colleagues. You just have to type one message and using this link, okay, whatever link which we have, fincurious.com/gst/_pro. You just add that link, and also you can add your if you are sending this link, particular link, right, then you will be getting that benefit. So you will be getting that referral bonus, this thing also, benefit also. So let your friends get this special discount of 60%, which is a one-time benefit. Yeah, feedback form, I think, which has appeared right now, sometime back, the poll. And another, if you wanted to submit your friends' details, if you don't want to talk to them, and we have a counselor, admission counselors, and they will definitely go and talk to them. You just have to, what you have to do, you just have to type their name, mobile number, email ID, and send it in that particular form. If not, you can even note down our counselor number also. I will tell you right now, 8970-524-511. So you can contact this number, as well as there is another number. Somebody can post, maybe we have also admission counselor with us right now. So we have Shagitya, she's the senior admission counselor with us. And also we have Shashi Hiramat, she's also senior admission counselor. Any question with respect to any of the, any with respect to buying or any questions, if you have, you can talk to them. You can get complete clarity about the lab or course and everything. Yeah, I'm getting very good feedback. Thank you so much. I hope it's all genuine. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for attending. We'll be waiting for a few minutes. Any questions, if you have, you can post it. And after that, we are going to be closing this session. After that, you'll be getting the link. So think about your friends, since you've already done, some of you, and if you wanted to buy it, quickly get into our website and buy it. And if you wanted to refer right now, immediately you can start referring, because they will be definitely getting benefit of 60%. That's not a small amount. And the course fee is kind of doubling from tomorrow onwards. And one more note, from now onwards, we will be keep on doing these kind of sessions. Please refer your friends, and they will be, so keep referring your friends, and they can also take this benefit of free webinar. We will be doing webinars in Kannada language also, Hindi also, separately, as well as we will be doing different topic webinar as well. No particular question asked. And in case if any professionals are attending here, who are like running a organization, if you wanted to train your students or maybe staff also, which would be a really helpful tool. So if you wanted to plan planning to buy a bulk licenses for each one of your employees, you can definitely contact our counselor and they will be helping you out to buy. Yeah, definitely. Will you give training on MS Excel? Definitely, we will be going to do this. Our student counselor has shared their number. So Shagitya, you can note down her number 90194804447. So we have reached our time limit of 8:31. Thank you so much again, all of you, for attending this session today. And we will be closing this session in 1 minute. As I said, you can keep attending these kind of free webinars always. You're always welcome. Thank you so much. I'm stopping my share screen also. Thank you all.